Born in an elite Bengali family, took ICS exam, secured 4th rank, again came back to India in 1921, joined INC, became INC president in 1938. Again, he had to leave INC due to ideological differences between him and Gandhiji. Again in 1941, he went to Germany to seek Hitler's help, but he refused due to geographical disadvantage. Again he went to Japan to seek their help. They somehow agreed to him. And on 18th of August 1945, suddenly the news spread across to the world like a wildfire, saying that so-called the Indian legend had died in the airplane crash. This is what we all were taught about the most underrated and forgotten, the greatest, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. Bose has escaped from the Elgin Road house in Calcutta, who was under British surveillance.
The only Indian whose assassination was ordered by the British.
It is noted that Bose reached Germany in 1941 after a great escape.
Investigation has begun by the British to trace down Bose. Mukherjee says that there are similarities between Netaji and Bhagwanji.
Why did Bose escape to Germany from India?
With Netaji's death, speculation riots have broken out in several parts of the nation.
Netaji did not die in the plane crash.
It is definitely a conspiracy to cover up the death mystery of Netaji. While some speculate that Bose might not be alive, while some say that he might have escaped to Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, Germany or Russia.
Is the government playing drama by making Netaji's body disappear? Actually, where was Netaji? There are famous three theories, the popular three theories. Theory number 1, the plane crash theory. Number 2, Subhash Chandra Bose in Russia. And number 3, Subhash Chandra Bose returns as Gumnami Baba to India. According to theory number 1, the plane crash theory, on 15th of August 1945, the Japanese army had surrendered to the Allied forces. On hearing this news, Subhash Chandra Bose wanted to fly to Tokyo to discuss about the surrender modalities with the Japanese military, as he was responsible to several armed men and women who belonged to INA. The schedule of Subhash Chandra Bose was to fly from Bangkok to Saigon to Turan to Taipei to Manchuria and then to Tokyo to discuss about the surrender modalities. On 17th of August, Subhash Chandra Bose was at Saigon, and on 18th he was at Taipei. The plane stopped there, and again when the plane was about to fly, the plane crashed. Where you see Subhash Chandra Bose did not die like directly in the plane crash, or like did not die like on the spot. His part of his body was sunk in gasoline that caught fire. So that's how he died. After September, when Habibur Rahman was recovered, he took the remains of Subhash Chandra Bose and handed the remains to the Japanese military, and those people handed over to the Rankoji temple. So this is what we all know about Subhash Chandra Bose according to the theory number 1, that is a plane crash theory. Now, the reasons for not believing in this theory. See, it's not only about Indians. The Americans and the Britishers also had doubt on the so-called death mystery of Subhash Chandra Bose. So when Habibur Rahman, when he was investigated by CIA and also like the Britishers, he told that he was unconscious at that time. Later, he told that he was the first one to save Subhash Chandra Bose. Japanese military officers like Nakamura, the ground engineer, he told that he was the first one to arrive at the spot where the plane crashed, and he was the one to save all the injured men. See, like we are not at all sure like whom to believe or whom to not. And the Japanese announced the death of Subhash Chandra Bose like on 23rd of August 1945. See, Subhash Chandra Bose died on 18th of August 1945. If he had died in like on the 18th of August 1945, what is the need for the Japanese military to announce the death of Subhash Chandra Bose on 23rd August? What exactly happened like in these 5 days? Was it scam? And also other reasons for not believing in the theory number 1 is that there was no contemporary evidence. If you ask about like the remains of the ashes of Subhash Chandra Bose, which are still there at Rangoji temple, there is no guarantee by saying that these ashes were belong to Subhash Chandra Bose. And the other reason for not believing in this theory is that not even a single picture of Subhash Chandra Bose's body was clipped. Theory number 2, Subhash Chandra Bose in Russia. There was this claim saying that Subhash Chandra Bose was at Russia. When Subhash Chandra Bose was in Russia, it is said that Nehru had written some letters to Stalin to execute Subhash Chandra Bose. In the 1930s and the 1940s or also 1950s, the relationship between India and USSR was poor. It was not strong as much as we have today. Once upon a time, it is said that Stalin had called Nehru as political prostitute. So we have to keep these things in our mind before saying something. So it is said that Subhash Chandra Bose sought asylum in Russia. In case we agree that Subhash Chandra Bose was in Russia. See, KGB, the Russian intelligence, they did not declassify any file related to Subhash Chandra Bose. As first of all, the government of India only did not ask the KGB to declassify the files. So the Russians had nothing to gain by killing Subhash Chandra Bose. The followers of the theory number 1, that is the followers or the believers of plane crash theory, once asked the government of India to bring back the ashes or the remains of Subhash Chandra Bose from Rangoji temple. Then Union Minister Mulayam Singh Yadav, he had said on record stating that yes, the government would bring back the ashes of or the remains of Subhash Chandra Bose on his 100th birth anniversary. Then an anonymous person went to Calcutta High Court and filed this petition. Then the Calcutta High Court intervened in the government's decision. Later, interacting with the government of India, the Calcutta High Court stated this so-called order, the court order. It stated that the government council accepted on record saying that plane crash theory, the Subhash Chandra Bose was all trash. Yes, you heard it right. It was all trash. It is not easy to bring back the evidence, as evidence was riddled with loopholes and contradictions. So in 1999, Atalji's government came to power. Then the Calcutta High Court issued an order to nominate the retired judge in order to set up an inquiry commission. Then they selected Mukherjee, Dr. Mukherjee, as the retired judge for the head of this commission. When Dr. Mukherjee asked the government lawyer, he said that Subhash Chandra Bose did not die in the plane crash.
I am 100% sure that
the camera was on and we were discussing many things, of course only about Netaji and his mysterious disappearance, and especially about his possible stay in Faisalabad.
As a history student, as a history enthusiast, it is my duty, it is my responsibility to know about the correct reason behind Subhash Chandra Bose's death. So I have read the report of Mukherjee Commission. The Mukherjee Commission report stated that there was no plane crash theory. The all theories were planted by Subhash Chandra Bose himself as he was escaping to Russia. After 5 years of Mukherjee's hard work, when the government really changed in 2004 after elections, when the UPA government came into existence, it stated that the plane crash theory is only the truth and remaining all the theories are false. This was a statement of UPA government when it came into existence. There is this theory number 3 states that Subhash Chandra Bose returns back to India as a Baba, as a saint, as a Gumnami Baba. Mukherjee also stated that there was credible eyewitness that Gumnami Baba was Subhash Chandra Bose. The government of India in 2005 changed the values of electropherogram. Electropherogram is nothing but the reading of DNA. So when the DNA of Gumnami Baba and Subhash Chandra Bose, when they were combined, the government stated that the DNA was not at all matched, because the government first of all changed the values, the readings of electropherogram. Then how will you consider that Gumnami Baba as Subhash Chandra Bose? That was a master plan of the UPA government in 2005. Therefore, they submitted the false report to the commission.
जो हमने ओपिनियन दी, यानी I am, you can even add your, as an expert, I am sure that both the groups of documents submitted to me belong to the same writer.
When the former journalist anujdhar received support of USA in 2016, then they approached him and then they suggested anujdhar to approach the handwriting expert, the best handwriting expert in the world, who shouldn't be informed about Bose and Baba issue. When the commission inquired about Subhash Chandra Bose and Gumnami Baba and their handwriting reports, the CFSL, Central Forensics Science Laboratory, submitted the report to the commission saying that the handwriting doesn't match. So was the handwriting report submitted to Mukherjee Commission was fudged, and it is also said that it later went missing. The then American handwriting expert Cal Baggett, he said that the handwritings between Subhash Chandra Bose and Gumnami Baba, they do match. When the people asked about the electropherogram report, the CFSL said in 2017 saying that they couldn't submit the report as it was confidential. When the same bunch of people, when they approached CFSL again in 2020, they said that the report went missing. How can a report can go missing? Within just 3 years, it was the same CFSL submitted the report to the Mukherjee Commission in the 1990s. Then how can the report go missing after more than 20 years? How is it possible? It is a shame for the nation. It is a shame for the people for not knowing the exact cause of death of Subhash Chandra Bose. See, the opinions of the people, the opinions of several experts, it created literally chaos across the world. To eliminate this chaos or confusion, it is required to set up the inquiry commission of Subhash Chandra Bose once again by the government of India. The government of India in the future, it shall ask the intelligence of Japan and also the intelligence of Russia about the files that were related to Subhash Chandra Bose. See, Subhash Chandra Bose maybe died in 1945 or he could be alive until 1985. It doesn't matter. But one thing is for sure, we are the generation, we are the people to continue his legacy. It is our duty, it is our dharma to protect his principles throughout our lives. What is that statement where the Indians did not even witness during the non-cooperation movement or civil disobedience movement? Tu mujhe khoon do, main tujhe azadi dunga. This was the statement given by Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. Remember the name. For those who think that it was our father of the nation who got our independence, no. See, the then Prime Minister of Great Britain, Attlee, he announced, he said that it was the INA who just pressurized us. And upon that, see, they were facing financial issues during the World War II. And upon that, they were witnessing the pressure from INA. And that was the main reason India got its independence. Here I am not degrading Mahatma Gandhi or Nehru or any other freedom fighter. You see, that was a situation. In that situation, a person just went out of India. He built an armed force. He brought into India. That pressurized the Britishers. And that literally made the Britishers to give us independence. But the history books, the historians, even after knowing the fact, they actually did not write this in our history books. That was the main reason we were taught false things in our school days, in NCRTs, in CBSs or any other state board. Till today, the truth is not written. If you feel this video informative, please share the video to your family members to know the truth. And share the video to your neighbors to know the truth. Because it is our duty, it is our dharma to protect our history. I am on my way to bring back the wiped out Indian history. Jai Hind.